Hey USANA, I'm here with Jeremy Stansfield, a longtime friend and a great leader here in USANA. Jeremy's a 9-star Diamond Director with the company. If that doesn't tell you a little bit about his success, I don't know what would.
Yeah.
Also Fortune 25 member for as long as I've known you. And $1 million club member. If we had a $10 million club, you might be in that as well, right? Probably past
Over that, yeah, probably
way
working
past
closer.
that.
15 to 20 in the near future, hopefully.
Awesome. And you have been a distributor here many years, too,
Yeah.
also over the past years. You've been with the company 18 years.
Yeah.
He's here with us tonight. He's actually stopped by the home office. He's going to do a health and freedom presentation for us with some guests, and so we took advantage of him and asked him to sit down and answer a few questions. That'd be all right?
Absolutely.
All right, excellent. Well, you've been with us over 18 years.
Yeah, just a few days ago was actually my anniversary. So.
Oh, really?
It seems like I just got started, but
Man,
time flies when you're having fun, I
you
guess.
look younger now than you did then.
That's what everybody says.
That's
I have
true.
pictures. Yeah, I actually have
You're
video
definitely
back then.
more
so.
handsome now than you were then. Anybody who's seen old pictures will get that. But we have seen a lot of evolution in the company over time with the sales tools, the videos, and things. You've probably given as many, if not more, presentations than anybody in this industry. Talk to me about how you've seen those tools evolve over time and how has that impacted the way you present and the impact on your business?
Sure. It probably dates me, obviously, as I talk about this, but, I didn't. When I first began USANA, there were VHS tapes. Now, some of you probably don't even remember what VHS tapes listening to this right now are, but VHS tapes, cassette tapes. In fact, some of the first times I got on the internet was to look at USANA sites, and so I didn't know much about the internet, technology, what could really even be done with videos over time. But that's how we presented a lot in the beginning, just using tools. But tools have evolved, and every year they get better and better and better. And it's been incredible to see USANA put such a huge focus on developing that next technology or that next evolution and be really effective at tools. Not only listening to the field, but having the resources to be able to do that. No other companies that I know of even has like a USANA studios within their actual company. And so today's tools are incredible, and it's much easier to build today as a result of the tools that are out there. Now, if you're not using the tools, then of course they're not going to be working for you. But it's almost like tools are magical. If you learn how to use them appropriately, then it works effective.
It's great. Well, let's talk about that, how
Yeah.
you use them. I've seen you present. You've always been kind of on the cutting edge of using technology in your presentations. Give us an example, walk through today how you might use some of the videos and multimedia and the technology in prospecting and presenting.
Sure. So, on the far end of really being comfortable with using even a lot of the Apple devices, like what obviously our company made one of the largest purchases in Apple's history recently. So we're putting a big push on using Apple products and a lot of the apps that we have available, the True Health Assessment. I mean, really, other companies don't have this. Like USANA is the only company I know that does all these things. But on top of that, the presentation tools and being able to use those devices to actually present. Whether you're just sitting down, or I might be sitting down with someone over a meal presentation at their home and using my USANA iPad to be able to show a presentation, show slides, and even showing our podcast videos are amazing. Like, nobody has these out there. They're short, they're to the point, and they're very effective, and they're very appealing. They're sexy. People want to learn more about USANA when they look at those videos, or they want to buy that health pack, or they want to buy that proflavanol. Even though I can explain proflavanol pretty well, the video makes it more duplicatable. People can see that and go, wait a second, I could always just press play on an Apple device like that. Or even if you're using our DVD Health and Freedom Solution presentation at home, it goes through a lot of these similar videos too. Of course, even just using our Health and Freedom newspapers and things like that are great tools to be able to present over a meal presentation. We're in a busy environment. But when you're ready, like these devices that we're using, and like what I'll be using here tonight to present to the audience, is an Apple TV device that works wirelessly to the iPad. And it's awesome because you can just be interactive with the audience, and it's as simple as plugging it right into a flat screen TV. Like if you have flat screen TVs at your home, right, Shawn?
Yeah.
Well, all you do is simply plug this into a flat screen TV, and imagine you being able to give all the resources that you want to about USANA right from your wireless device, your Apple, your Apple iPad, or even your iPhone, and being able to show slides, enrollment pack options, being able to show any videos that you want. These videos are amazing. And the other thing I'll tell you that probably one of the biggest things I'm doing right now, besides even the Apple devices, is the USANA YouTube videos. If you go to the USANA YouTube site, There's so many great videos there that are there. They're organized in playlists, and we're sharing those videos every single day, regardless of whether you're actually presenting to someone live like I'm doing here tonight. If you were to see me work my USANA business almost every day, I'm grabbing links off that YouTube all the time, saving them in my phone, sending them to certain people, or just sharing them with people. So anybody starting a USANA business should be using that YouTube site right away.
No, excellent. So I don't want to get too technical here, but
Yeah.
a lot of people might be wondering, well, how are you getting this content onto your iPad? So maybe walk through briefly how you find the stuff and how you get it.
And I showed a little bit of convention on how to do that, and that's probably the
Yeah.
trickiest part, to be able to get the slides over to the iPad or your iPhone. And there is an app out there that you buy. It's called Keynote. It's $9.95 for the Keynote app. Once you bought it, it works on all your devices, same Apple ID. But what you do is you download the presentation from the USANA back office in the Health and Freedom section, download it to your computer, and then you connect to your iTunes through your cord to your computer. And then from iTunes, you click on Apps, and you scroll all the way up on Apps, and you'll see File Sharing. Now you can go ahead and choose that Keynote presentation you downloaded from USANA back office and hit OK. And then you go over to your Keynote app on your wireless device and click Add a Presentation, and it says through iTunes, and you choose the one and hit OK, and it imports it over. So it has to be imported over from your computer using iTunes. But everybody needs to be using iTunes anyways, because a lot of people don't realize that you can sync and you can back up, and there's so many great features. You can show pictures. It's awesome. So.
Excellent, great. So we have the content available up on iTunes as podcasts, so you can find those, anything, download that to your computer, and then they're on your device. You're not streaming that.
Yeah.
So that you don't want to be live in a presentation
necessarily
streaming
you
from the
don't
web.
ever want to be on an internet connection streaming videos in a live presentation. And that's why you guys do such a great job at putting these podcasts available for us. And people that don't know what podcasts are, I didn't really know what that was at first. I thought it was like an audio recording. It's actually a full video that we have available. But even if you don't have a computer to sync to iTunes, you should still be using podcasts, because you can download those directly to your device without having to pull them over from a computer.
That's right.
So everybody should be using those, and they're so valuable.
There's another simple tip I'll share with you too on the way you just described is the best way to do that. You can also email the file to yourself.
Oh, okay.
And within the email on any Apple product, you can click on the PDF or the Keynote presentation, and it brings up an open in, and then you just open it up in the app. So you can, if you're not connected to your computer, can't download it that way.
There's one other way I heard too. If you're using iCloud, then that's another way you can also pull that over as well. So that's great.
Well, great. And if you can't figure that out, just call Jeremy. We'll post his
Here's my number.
Call at 4 in the morning is the best time to reach him. That's the only time he's not working and presenting. Well, very good. Do you have a favorite video?
Oh, sure. It's the Live It video. It's less than 2 minutes long, and I believe that no matter how good we are at even approaching people about USANA, even a 9-star Diamond Director, you'd think I'm pretty good at it. But do you know what? I still choose to use that video in usually the beginning of most of my approaches. I use it at the beginning of all of my presentations, but even in approaches. So I always have the URL saved right in my smartphone. So I'm talking to somebody about USANA, I can immediately send it to them and say, hey, check out this 2-minute video. I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes. It's such a great icebreaker and really gives them a great vibe for our company. And I'm telling you that I'm out there looking at a lot of competitor stuff all the time because I'm big into technology, and nobody has a video like that. That video should be used. In fact, it's the #1 video I think we have on our landing page, on our YouTube page, right?
It is, yeah.
And so I hope everybody's using it, and because it's real valuable for sure.
Great. We'll give kudos to our cameraman, actually. Jason Acey was the producer of that
Jason,
video.
you rock, man. I love that video. And we're people that are using it are seeing great results with it.
Good.
If you're not using it, you're shooting yourself in your foot, my mentor used to say. So, yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, I might be sitting out there and I'm thinking, okay, that's great for Jeremy. He's talking Apple this and URLs and all this. I'm not a tech savvy person. How do I take advantage of these tools? How would I get started in this?
Okay. Well, remember my story when I began, there were VHS tapes, so I had to grow and evolve and be more comfortable with using technology. You can't be afraid of it, no matter what age you are. You have to really embrace it. And, using social media today and Facebook and all these are very big pieces for you to be successful in our USANA business. But let me give you an example. My daughter, she just this morning actually presented a USANA presentation that she had made from a lot of our slides.
How old's your daughter?
She's in 7th grade.
Okay.
She's just going to be turning 12, but she's almost 13. And It was so cool watching her today using her iPad and wirelessly using an Apple TV that was, she had set up there with a projector, was already set up in her classroom, and she gave a full presentation. Really taught everybody about USANA products, taught everybody a little bit about me. She had an edited video that she had put together as well. And it's in 7th grade, like if they're willing to start embracing technology and utilizing these tools, then anybody can, Shawn. I mean, really think about it. And I'm not saying that you still have to go all the way to wireless and buy Apple TV and stuff like that right now, but even starting out and using those YouTube links and just really becoming familiar with those videos and technology, because as a 7th grader, as soon as she started doing research on this USANA business and career and products, I mean, she knew a lot about it, but the fact that she could find all those resources online, all those pieces that you guys create in USANA Studios, they're out there. You just got to be willing to do it. So get started small, even if it's just using the YouTube pages. Look at those URLs, share videos with people that you know, get people excited to check out those things that are available. Why not use them? Why are you trying to explain everything about USANA when you can let video clips and pages do that for us? Not the whole thing, but different pieces of it. And then you just start growing with it, and you become more comfortable, and you start having a lot more fun. And as soon as you become the most comfortable with using these tools and technologies, I'm telling you, Shawn, that's when momentum really takes over in your business. Like, you start duplicating more. People that are coming on board new in my business, like some of them in my project legs, most of them are starting to do these wireless presentations and buying their own Apple TV, usually within 2 months right now. So it can be done, even if you're new, or even if you've been in USANA for a while and you've been scared of it. Don't be anymore. Like, take those steps and do the things that you fear. I mean, that's what we're in as a journey here, working hard on ourselves.
Good advice from a man who should know. He's earned his 9-star rank. Jeremy's mentioned a few of the places where you find these. One of the things I wanted to just bring to your attention is the USANA YouTube channel. We have an official YouTube channel. It's easy to find. Just type in USANA in YouTube, and you'll look for the little logo, the little globe mark. That's our official channel. We'll have one coming out soon for each country. Right now, most of it's in a centralized channel, but the content's organized into very easy categories so that you can find. We're asking everyone to subscribe to that channel. If you haven't, please click on there and subscribe to the channel. That is the best way to be notified when new content becomes available. Google does a good job of every time we post a video, you'll get an email that says USANA just posted a new video. So if you want to know what's out there and what the latest is, we're posting videos every day. We just got back from the Fortune 25 trip. That was posted today, a beautiful video. But you can be sharing this content and be up to date on the latest that's come out. So we ask each of you to go to that and subscribe so that we can stay in touch with you that way. Tonight, Jeremy's going to be presenting, as we mentioned, and with your permission, we'll film that tonight.
Sure.
And if folks would like to check that out, we'll post it on the YouTube channel under the training shelf there.
Yeah.
And they can check out and see an example of how you work your magic.
Sure.
Using the tools and the technology.
Yeah, I'd love to
Jeremy,
share.
I appreciate the time you're taking.
Welcome, Shawn.
Busy man.
Thanks for everything you guys do at the company and USANA Studios. You guys rock. It makes it a lot easier for us to build business with the great tools. It really does.
You're welcome. We're glad it's useful, and good luck tonight.
Great.